Okay, so here we go. So now on to the next stage. Done all that. Frame and structure. The bamboo. Try not to wobble around too much. There we go. Took a while to get it done. A few hours anyway, at least. So that's where we're at the moment. And you see I've tied them all together, so it's actually giving them quite a bit of stability. If any wind or heavy rain comes. Because when rain came, when it got on here, it made these quite heavy and they'll sag down a bit. But now anyway, they're all straightened out and whatnot. They're a little bit off skew. Not perfectly straight, but they're quite stable in their self. And what I did was, to make them more stable, tied them onto the fence here, and that's just made them pretty strong. So anyway, enough cucumber and stuff like that, climb on and whatnot. And two here, so when it gets heavier, just there just to keep upright. And like I say, in here, maybe I can put a bamboo stick across anyway, tie that on, and that'll give that some extra for in the middle. But anyway, we'll come to that later when it comes down to it. But anyway, and here doing the dripping system. Obviously, I've got it all the way up to the mains here. Brought it all the way back. Oh, sorry for the washing. And as you come down here, obviously you can see that I laid, just got to cut that a little bit, cut that and then put that in. As you can see, I've laid it down here, and then I've joined another hose pipe down here, as you can see down there. And what I do is attach a piece of pipe, smaller piece obviously, into this, so it feeds the water down here. It's just a bit of a test at the moment. I know it works, but I'm really trying to find a very smaller pieces of pipe, but I can't at the moment. In Thailand it's getting a bit difficult to find and at least communicate what it is, sorry for the juddering, at least communicate for what it is that I'm actually after. So, oh god, trying to hold this camera is a bit of a pain in the ass, but anyway. Okay, so what I had to do, I was looking for some stops to stop the water from coming through, and so I started with this, the bottle. Now, works, I mean it does work, and it drips ever so slowly, so it's like a bit like a drip feed itself, but it's good. So if you want to do cheap and you need vinegar, distilled vinegar, and get this type of top, fits in perfectly for this 20mm hose. Goes in and you can screw it back on, pop it back on, and that'll the air will come through. Obviously the pressure will build up there, and then the water comes through all the way up into the dripping system here, like this. Now this is quite a big pipe. Normally you do not use this. You go for a very small one. Probably at least, that's probably about 4mm inside. Maybe less actually. Don't quote me on that one. Yeah, about 3 or 4mm. I'm looking for something like about 1mm in diameter, you know what I mean? So it actually builds up more pressure from here, builds up more pressure because it's a thinner pipe, squeeze it out and it allows it to drip, and it will drip. However, I can get this to drip, so it's no problem. So it does work. Now, I might have actually found some of this thinner stuff, so I've got to just wait before I actually start drilling all these to put the cucumber in. So I just want to hold on for a little while, and I'll see if I can get some. But in the meantime, you can also, to keep this in place, is what I made just to hold it in place. 2 skewers and a paddle pop. Just glued it together in here, as you can see. Just give an elastic band, just a bit of extra support, and one on top just to keep it in place, you know. But apart from that, that seems to do the job. Even though probably squashing it down actually in there a little bit probably just lets the flow come out a little bit better. So yeah, in like that. Obviously the cucumber going to be there. I'll have a bit of string coming down in place, and then the cucumber can then just bring itself all the way up. But I'll show that later in the next stage. So I think that'll be it for now. But yeah, anyway, these are, going back to this is 25 baht for that. So you can get some vinegar and whatnot for 25 baht. And if you're doing any preserving or anything like that, great. And you can use the top if you're doing this sort of thing for your dripping system, because it does work. However, if you're not doing preserves or anything like that just at this moment, for some reason, I don't know why, but this end seems to be quite loose. I don't know if this is actually a little bit smaller than it should be. That's why I've got a Cabina clip or Jubilee clip here. I just got to tighten that up, but the others on the other side don't need it. They're strong, they go in, they're fine, no water leaks out of those. Literally 15 baht for that, 10 baht for that. I got it in quantity, so I got a little bit cheaper. But yeah, and obviously get some little tape in there, some plumber's tape, wrap it around, stop any water from coming out. But that's what I've done on all the other ones, just easier and quicker at that time. But having said this, it's good to have this bottle on there, because you know when water's coming through. So you know if anything's been got stuck in there, if there's any dirt getting in the pipes or anything, because when there's going to be some rainfall, these pipes are going to be submerged, you know what I mean. But because it's hose, it has a rubber underneath it as well, so when you drill into it, the rubber doesn't all get disintegrated. It sort of leaves it tighter, it leaves a little bit more, which is good, so you can squeeze the pipe in. And what it does, it just squeezes up so nothing can really get in or out. It's pretty good. It's pretty good actually in there. You can see some black right there, and that's the rubber inside squeezing against it. So I don't think anything can get in or out. So which is good news. Yeah, but I have put it on and it does work. But I will once I've got, if I can find the smaller ones and I can get those, even better. I will do that, and we'll get those in, because they definitely work well and they drip well. That one takes a little bit of faffing around, but it does work. But it's pretty good at the moment. I'm sort of enjoying it, and I'll leave it at that one for now, and I will give you a next update when I've got all the feeds in and the string coming down for the climbers to come up. And hopefully I'll probably be potting them soon. It won't take too long, because here they are. They've come up pretty good now, the cucumbers. Yeah, so as they keep coming up, they're going to start popping up their little shoots where they're going to want to start climbing. So I need to get onto those pretty good. The papaya hasn't come out just yet, but I'm not sure if it's the correct season, but I'm sure I'll give it a little bit of time. Hopefully it will they'll come out soon. But yeah, over and all, it's pretty good. Just got to add another bit of pipe down here. Anyway, I will give you another update very soon. So yeah, catch you later. Oh, and by the way, please subscribe, it'd be great. just follow on, just see how I'm doing. Maybe it might come in handy for any of you guys who are watching out there, and just see how we're going. But I've got other projects coming on also as well. I want to make a wood fire pizza oven and to go outside soon, so that'll be quite a nice little project, because I like making bread, sourdough bread and all that sort of stuff, and I like to do my preserves also as well. So stand by, but please like, share, subscribe. Fantastic. Okay, bye.